As I finish up my third year in college and look toward my fourth and final year, I think of how much I have changed since I first started at the University of Iowa. I have grown intellectually and become more open-minded. I have developed life skills, interpersonal skills, and leadership skills. I have served in leadership positions in all three of the student organizations I am involved in, Delta Gamma, Dance Marathon, and Daily Iowan TV. But there is one constant that has remained the same ever since orientation: my communication studies major. When I first began college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with communication studies, but I knew that I enjoyed writing and people, so it seemed like a good fit. During my 3 years on campus, I have taken the knowledge and skills I learned in the classroom and found ways to use them in my everyday life. One thing that I have constantly found myself using my communication skills for is in the various leadership positions I have held here on campus. Schreberg and Schreberg say on page 117 of our textbook that many people feel that communication is at the heart of leadership. I agree with this. My leadership perspective is that communication is the key component to a successful leader. I have come to this conclusion through serving in leadership positions in all three of my student organizations. I will use these personal experiences as well as theories we have learned in class to show why my personal leadership perspective revolves around communication. The first aspect to my perspective is that communication is key in forming successful teams. On page 176 of our textbook, there's a list of 11 time-tested practices characteristic of leaders who develop successful teams from Manning and Curtis. Some of these characteristics would not be possible without good communication. The fifth characteristic listed is being flexible and using a variety of tactics and strategies to achieve success. Part of being a leader is being able to adapt your communication skills to the needs of your followers. The eighth characteristic on the list is keeping people informed about progress and problems, celebrating victories, and fine-tuning efforts. This characteristic is especially important in my perspective and leads me to my second main point. Communication is key to happy followers. For Dance Marathon 25, I have the honor to serve as a morale captain. My role will be to lead a group of dancers, be their resource, and help them raise as much money as possible for our cause, while also getting the most out of Dance Marathon themselves. In order to keep my dancers motivated throughout the whole year, I must continuously celebrate even our smallest victories with them. In order for them to feel valued in this big organization, I must make sure that I keep them informed at all times so they never feel like they do not know what is going on. And just like the fifth characteristic, I must make sure that I have the skills to adapt my communication to the needs of each and every one of my dancers. I am a theory why leader and believe that people want to work towards bigger goals if they are passionate about those goals. So, as a morale captain, it is my job to continuously keep them motivated and passionate. This would be impossible if they felt uninformed and unvalued, and communication is at the heart of making sure that they never feel uninformed and unvalued. The third aspect of my leadership perspective is that mass communication is key in leading a large group. As a morale captain, communicating through mass media will be something that I really need to maximize upon with my dancers. Dancers only meet once a month, so making sure I keep communicating with them through mass media channels will keep them motivated about Dance Marathon even when we are not meeting in person. I have experience in being a leader and not being a leader in all of the student organizations I am a part of. From my experience as a follower, I can say that it is a lot less enjoyable to be a part of an organization when I feel unvalued and uninformed. I believe that communication is the heart of making followers feel valued and informed, and if followers do feel valued, they will be motivated to reach the highest level of success. This is why my leadership perspective is that communication is the key to a successful leader.